to Frequency Phoenix 555 for your message or massages. Come in! Come on! I've got intel. Recon is afoot. Hey, hey! Queen of the South, High Priestess, Wagwan, Big Cat Wave, Angelic Alchemist Mother, Transformation Queen, Wagwan. Glad you could pop in. Spooky Suki. Pinkies up. Let's dive in, darling dears, and unpack the planetary energies. Venus in Capricorn sextiles Neptune in Pisces. This is a loving aspect that allows you to reconnect with your special partners. Listen, I'm not going to do my running commentary. I'm just going to read what I wrote, right, and found out, and I'm not adding nothing yet, but I'm going to try not to. But I can't make promises, right, because if my eyes see, listen, let me carry on. Let your imagination guide you when you're thinking about what love and romance should really look like long-term, darling dears. Remember, Venus is in Capricorn, Neptune is in Pisces. So don't get confused, darling dear. You'll be at hockey sticks at dawn. I told you I can't stop adding commentary. The Pisces moon aspects Neptune, Venus, Mercury, and doesn't break free from this energy. The moon is under manners, blood. This aspect suggests you might have issues letting go of any drama from 2021 and 2022. The undercurrent, eh? This energy, darling dear, in the cosmos that could bring relationship issues or confusion, darling dear. Either way, you're going to have to rethink how you do certain things, darling dears, in order to what? Get great and move forward. Never backwards. So don't feel bad if you need to take a few days to yourself. Nothing wrong with that, darling dear. Going within, seeking your own company, leaning on your own understanding, sitting with the Most High at the head of your table. Nothing wrong with that. Try not to get too caught up in something you can't control, especially if it pertains to how someone else perceives you, darling dear. Oh my gosh. The experts at misunderstanding you, big cat. Yes, they wanted to categorize something that is in its own league. Are you mad? Well, they are. They are. They, them, and Because we need to unpack a few things, big cat. The definition of a hater. What exactly is a hater or haters? They are having anger towards everyone reaching success. Envy is I can't stand that you have it. Jealousy, I don't want you to have it. Hate is I'm going to do everything in my power to take it from you. They don't like you, yet they watch your every move, big cat. Yes. You say hater, I say fan. Your biggest fan. Matter of fact, they're your number one fan. If they could hobble you and have you tied up in their basement, they would have did that. You are gifted, big cat. And you've got your superpowers. All you've got to do is go to your North Node. Once you get there, darling dears, and understand what tools you have in your itinerary, darling dears, in order to what? Bend the matrix. Move away from your South Node. Then go to your sixth, your second, your sixth, and your 10th house. It will show you how to grow wealth, darling dears. Everything is there in your snapshot of your Akashic records. You'll never, darling dears, be criticized by anyone doing more than you. That's very true. Your persistence and determination was all about the long game, darling dear. Kung Fu Panda, hiya! Thought I didn't see you sneaking up on me. I told you, I'm the red light, green light champion of 79. Yes, darling dear. It's all about the long game, big cat. Celebrate every aspect of your growth and your growing pains. Celebrate your creativity and be unapologetic about it. Your fearlessness took you to the unknown, darling dears. You had to go into the unknown, where you are more than a conqueror. You found that out by playing the long game, darling. You had to. Celebrate all the effort that you put into building your future and for being different. Never forget Proverbs 9:8. A hater's gonna hate, darling dear. There's nothing you can do about that. All you can do is what? Continue to soak it to him, Scott, eh? As we call in the energies of wisdom, guidance and protection from Father God, Mother Isis, ancestors, angels, way showers and spiritual guides. From Keitha to Malkuth. Namaste. Energies. Up, big cat. I insist. Because they don't like you. They don't like your eyelashes. They don't like that you're breathing still, darling dears. They wanted to what? Come and sing Shall We Gather by the River. In a baritone with no tears on their face, darling dears. They already wanted you to fail and crumble after they finished reading Psalm 2 for you. But your own, pardon me, that was a spiritual belch because I speaks the truth, Roof. Pinky's up. They wanted you, they read the Psalm 2 for you, darling dears. But what they didn't understand, it had a return to sender on it. You can't harm a divine child, especially when you've woken up, darling dear, to whom you are. And you're using your energies, what? To be a survival kit for another big cat. They're hating on you because you are earmarked to be the first self-made millionaire or heiress of your lineage, darling dears. They're mad because what? You started a business. You did that higher knowledge. You decided to pay attention to your progenies. All these things they hate you for, darling dears. Things that come au natural to you. All because they don't want... you know what? They wouldn't care if it was a regular schmegular that got it, darling dear. What you've got going on. But it's because it's you. You who they wanted to fit in a box when you was built to what? Live outside the box, darling dears. You was sent, or should I say, volunteered to come back to this Malkuth to raise the vibration of everyone on this Malkuth, darling dears. This is why your journey has been the hardest. This is why you've had so many catastrophes and obstacles that you had to unpack. Unpack you did, big cat. This is why you are blessed and highly favored. This is why you have a captive audience. This is why your name is her. Was it her, he, him, she? Yeah. Let's get to the runestone and carry on, darling dears, before I digress and get into being a chatty cat again, because there's no one to check me, boo. Just the one. If you're going to get one, let it be this, darling, in the upright. This is what? The Neptune energy, darling dears. Can we get right into Neptune? Neptune is about your psychic as well as your sensitivities, darling dear. Your mystical capacity to what? Embody your dreams. It's one thing to have an idea, darling dears. It's another thing to totally live it. This is also you realizing that it's not an illusion. This is you, darling dear. It also speaks about someone having an issue with the drugs and the alcohol at this moment in time. They're in bondage, darling dear, fogging up their own cranium. This is someone who realizes what? The fallacy of their life, darling dear. Hangman is somebody stuck in a situation. It could also represent the hospital or prison. Somebody needs to go to both, darling dear. Or maybe they're already there with the disillusionment in their mind. It also speaks about someone being stuck or stuck on you, darling dears. feeling extremely uncertain at this moment as they continue to watch the throne, guys. They're watching the throne as the prophecy you prophesied over your life, darling dear, when you told them how big you was going to be, when you foretold your future to them, darling dear. They didn't believe you. They laughed at you, but now their mouth is shut as their eyes are open. Somebody's definitely having a health issue. I'm also seeing that somebody's going to be getting some kind of vitamin drip. What's that? Something to bring up their vitality again. But it's also about your spiritual development, darling dears. Everything was a test in order to add it to your testimony. I told you, big cat, you are the survival kit for another big cat coming up. Whether it's your progeny or even a stranger you meet on the street, you will find that people are more open to telling you all of their personal business. And you haven't actually really, listen, you don't know them, darling dear, but they're going to try and hang on to your energy because your words carry spiritual weight, because you took the time, darling dear, to sit in what was to you. Not only did you sit in it, darling dear, you was able to what? Expand and bend the matrix. Somebody's feeling extremely trapped by the what? Error of their ways, or by the steps that they took in life, darling dear. That's their business. The Hangman is also speaking about an illness, but it's definitely the neurosis, darling dear. Is lacking a few sandwiches. A mental disposition, darling dear. A mental disorder. But somebody's stuck on the fact that you've created some kind of success. We are in the clutches of Mercury retrograde, darling dears. It kicks off full swing tomorrow. Until the 18th of January, darling dears. And I'm telling you, it's happening in what? Capricorn. So be prepared for incoming, darling dear. Remember, it's about your status, and it's about whether you've got the gumption and the get up and go, darling dears. Not to get stuck on what was, to understand that everything was a lesson, and for you to keep going, not to look back. Trying to bring up the comments, because they're big, mad, big cat. Trust and believe. Divine Feminine Claire. Big Cat Wave. Betty Payne. I see you. Black Smoke Chat. Pinky's up. Lola B. Ha ha. Hi Lola. Your name is fabulous, gorgeous and lovely. We've got the what? Tiara Banks. And Queen Uzia. Cheryl G. And Queen of the South. Big Cat Wave. Anyhow, this is about being stuck. Maybe some of you are at the crossroads of life, darling dears. But you have to remember, when you have a conundrum and you're not sure whether to go backwards, forwards, left or right, go forwards, darling dears. Go forwards. There's no point taking a side step, because none of us know the day, the hour or the minute. And you don't want to be what? Stuck at hockey sticks at dawn when it's your time to tell the Most High exactly all of your what? Comings and goings. Even though God is watching everything, darling dear. Sometimes, right, all of the time, he wants to hear your version of things to see if you would own up to all of the things that you actually did, what you did do and what you didn't do in every situation. But either way, darling dear, they're still big mad, captain mad. They need a cape, but you're not giving it to them. You have to understand, when you choose to what? Be different, Hangman. This is about you what? Living outside of the box, darling dears. Daring to be different, sitting in your difference, darling dears. It's also about Isaiah 48:22. No rest for the wicked. These little fingers, darling. They are not understanding that wisdom is for the wise. You're going to be getting a lot of people coming towards you, gifting you with what? Empty words to keep you stuck. Ephesians 5:6. This is just what? This is just a spanner in your works. You have to pay attention to the words as well as the actions, especially from whom is giving these words to you, darling dears. A hater will always unmask themselves if you pay attention. Somebody's also feeling as though they can't go on. Let me tell you something, big cat. Don't give up. It's an absolute crime to take yourself out. Life is a gift. You know, there's billionaires on this Malkuth that wish they could have one more day. Don't you remember what Steve Jobs says? Time is something that he doesn't have. No matter how much money he's got, he can't pay for it. Pay attention to what you actually have, darling dear. The tools that you've been gifted with. And call your ancestors. I told you, they're your security at this stage of the game. On this Malkuth. Call them at any time. Oh, you have a 5 and a 6, darling dears. Absolutely fabulous. If you're looking for a new job, a new situation, or even for an upgrade in a situation where you are, this is your sign, darling dears. This is your sign. If you're in a work situation that you're not actually loving at this moment in time, another opportunity is about to present itself. But again, be prepared to read the fine print. Mercury retrograde contracts, your electronics, as well as what people deliberately misunderstand in you, darling dears, because they don't understand your work ethic. They don't understand how you're always able to what? Take a mickle and make a muckle. Don't ask me what it means, darling dear. My mum told me this, and I just had to deal with it. As must you be, cat. Listen, these Jamaican and their old sayings, darling dears. A new position for you, darling. But it's the hard work you put in. Divine is about to give you a brave new world, but you have to accept the transformation means that those that would love to approach your throne, they're going through some kind of internal power struggle, looking for what? You to be the decision maker in their life, darling dears, so they can blame you when it goes tits up. That's exactly what I said. It means wrong. When it goes wrong, darling dears. The 5 and the 6 goes to an 11, highly spiritual number. Again, it's about the synchronicities. Things are going to be lining up. But you have to also be aware of the Mercury retrograde and not to get caught up in the fine print, darling dears. Even though I told you to watch the fine print if you're going to be signing contracts. Don't sign away something that you're going to have to pay for on the back end. However, in saying that, synchronicities are lining up for you. Why? Because you did the work. It's not easy, darling dears. It isn't. And it's not for the faint-hearted. Let's get your ancestral message. I'm going to use a Soul Oracle deck. Base of your deck, Pride. Pride always goes before a fall, darling dears. Haven't they seen snakes and ladders? I'm not taking them because it's 3 and I only want 2. And I'm not having the cards pick on me today. I feel like I'm underwater today. I don't feel like I feel awake, but not 100%. Do you feel like that sometimes, big cat? Humor. I choose to focus on the lighter. You better focus on the lighter side of life, darling dears. You have to be able to laugh at your own self. If you can't, all right, they will do it for you. We've got a lot of the green. The green is about the heart chakra. It also speaks about accepting a situation, having brought gratitude into your life. It's also about you trusting the process, darling dears, so that you can receive more balance in your life. The heart chakra also represents Archangel Gabriel as well as Thursday. So something significant is going to be happening for you on Thursday. It also represents the moon, Cancer, as well as Pisces energy. It's also representative of the north. I like to say the north node because the north remembers. The heart chakra also brings to mind Proverbs 4:23. Guarding your heart, for from your heart springs the well of life. Somebody needs to take a more fun side of life. If you've been locking yourself away like a hermit, darling dears, 2023 is your year to what? Go back out into the unwashed public. You've got to. And it's also about you, what? Being able to laugh at yourself, because I told you, many will be laughing at you. Why? Because they can't be you. They don't understand how you do you, how you do what you do, how you're able to bend the matrix, how you're able to turn your back, law 16, and never come back, Proverbs 26:11. Only a dog returns to vomit, as a fool returns to folly. Laugh at the situation, darling dear. Laugh at the mistakes you made. Why? Einstein failed, was it 10,000 times, or was it Edison? Right? 10,000 times. And you know what he said? I found 10,000 ways not to do that, she's naive. Yes! Fail your way to the top, darling dear, because all you do is win. Oh, the greens are running things, darling dears. We've got the doubting Thomas. They all doubt, they even doubted Noah until it started to rain. And this is not the season for you to live in doubt. This is the season for you to listen to your discernment, your intuition. And when they kick in, darling dear, you act immediately. You don't wait for the grass to grow. You don't wait to hinder, darling dear, because there's what? A small window that you're going to have to what? Cross the bridge. I release the need to know all of the answers. You don't need to know all of the answers, darling dears. You just have to keep winning. It'll all come out in the wash eventually. Green is definitely running things. We've also got the dull yellow here, darling dears. When you see the dull yellow, it speaks about the envy, jealousy, and hate. Not quite an orange. Somebody's also got a sexual attraction for you, darling dears. One that will never be appeased. Why? Because they're a bottom feeder. Son or daughter of Pennywise the Clown. They better keep that sexual attraction quiet, and go and put away the duct tape and the chloroform, because you're not having it. Why? Because you got the free go-to moves. You've watched my Don't Great Smoke video and you understand light kung fu and self-defense. They better keep that. Listen, Big Cat must be free to sock it to him, darling dear. Divine is going to gift you with a different level of freedom. You did that hard work. The biggest obstacle that was in front of you, darling dear, was in your own mind. Your subconscious mind. You had to learn to what? To detach. Attachment brings suffering. Suffering over situations and circumstances that are beyond your control, because you was dealing with the devil's strongest workers. Pennywise, son or daughter. Hold on a minute, let me just quickly cut my fan on, because it's got hot in here. Right, we're gonna have a quick chat about what's going on. I feel inclined to use these cards today. Which deck are we doing? The red or the black? Cheryl G says the red. No problem, darling dear. I'm on it. Let's get the messages up. Yeah, what did I say? Time for action. Somebody wants confirmation. Here's your confirmation, darling dear. This is not the season to hitch. This is for you, the time for you to get great. Look. Freedom. 2 different decks. Divine is about to gift you with a new level of freedom, darling dears. So you can sock it to him, Scotty. Education is key. Because look, STD in reverse. You had sexually transmitted demons or even STDs, darling dears. You are clean. Oh, was it in the clear? In the green, darling dears. Has you what? Cut away what no longer serves you. You educated yourself. Nothing like the knowledge. Knowledge is power. And power is power. And power is knowledge. Always learn something new every day, darling dears. I don't care how fabulous, gorgeous, and lovely you are at whatever it is you're doing. You could always learn more. Better to know a bit about everything than a whole lot of nothing, darling dears. Education is key. because you're about to receive major benefits, darling dears. But the warning is what? Not to go into the situation with rose-colored glasses, blood. I told you about that. We crush the rose-colored glasses under our flip-flop. And it's also about you what? Not getting too overly inflated. Don't inflate your ego, darling dear. Your ego is not your amigo. You already know that you're doing great. Why? You left they, them, and I'm behind. They've got to watch your buttocks disappear off the hemisphere, darling dears. Wishing, hoping that you'll come back. Or even what? Just get close enough so they can see what you're doing. So they can be what? Echopraxic. Get their doppelganger on. Pay attention, darling dears. And if it's a cut-off game, as well as your education, somebody's hemming and hawing about taking a course. Take that course. There's a Allison.com. There's a lot of online courses that you can actually do for free, darling dears. There's nothing wrong with what? Reinventing yourself with the education, darling dears. Nothing wrong with that. Sorry, let me get this so I can see who's here. Right. Gonna get the Art Nouveau deck. Haven't used that in a while. Base of the deck. Manifestation mode, darling dears. This is about you being gifted with all of the tools. The magician is highly intelligent. It also speaks about a short journey. Some of you are going to be taking a short journey. We already had the operative word, which was Thursday. Thursday, an unexpected or an impronto journey. Whatever it is, darling dear, make sure you take this journey. It's going to bring what? A set of opportunities or a new freedom into your life. We already saw that. Or it's going to give you an opportunity to what? Educate yourself to a new level on a certain topic, whatever that topic is for you. The magician is air as well as Mercury energy. When my progeny, right, they wait until I'm sleeping in my bed, right, and then they come into my office and they move my things around, and then they tell me that it wasn't them. Well, listen, there's no poltergeists in this house, blood. There's none. She's not having it, right? Yeah, as I was saying about the magician, this also speaks about illness. Somebody's going through a major illness, darling dear. We've already understood from Lagaz that someone needs to visit the hospital. Something that's been festering. Maybe you've got a hospital visit tomorrow. Something to do with your health. It could also be the visiting of a gym. Somebody's going to the gym tomorrow. You're going to be meeting somebody on your level. Synchronicities. This may not be a love interest, darling dears, but it's someone significant that you're going to meet tomorrow. Possibly what? To give you the steps to go forward. You have to understand, it is all about you. Everyone else that comes into your life or is around you is a character in your show. Sometimes you meet people and they're just to give you the gift of a certain knowledge at that time. They're not meant to go with you. No. The magician air as well as Mercury energy. Can we get right up into Mercury? It's about you having the rational mind. Divine wants you to also to pay attention to your communication. Have the memory of an elephant, just like the elephant in India, that lady twice. Yeah. But Mercury, as I said already, is about the short journeys. It's also about neighbors and siblings. So it's possibly a sibling that would like to what? Reach out to you. Baby, if you've already decided to feed them with a long spoon, right? No. Some messages you have to leave unanswered. Leave them where they are. Leave them stuck on what? The blue, not getting a blue tick, an unread message. Leave them where they are because you can end up in hospital or prison. Remember, synchronicities. Pay attention to the signs. Someone who is extremely manipulative. This person always goes for what? Get rich quick schemes off other people's money. Divine is wanting you to be quick thinking over the next couple of days because you have a hoodwinker. Amongst somebody who's going to bring you a different level of knowledge, you've got a hoodwinker being drawn towards you, darling dears. This person wants to come off as a trusting confidant, but they're an ear hustler and a merchant of slander. Keep your business to yourself, big cat. I told you, we shut up. This is the season where we don't tell, we communicate with communicative dance, love and light. Keep your business to yourself, big cat. Where is the big cat right now? As the haters are watching with watering of mouth, darling, dear, with their children of the corner eye. Where you are right now, Two of Cups, what you are seeking is seeking you. The Two of Cups also speaks about the balance that you've brought into your life, darling dears. It speaks about you being in union with yourself. It could be your masculine and feminine energies, but for some, it's about somebody's going to be getting a date, going to be asked to go on a date. But it's something significant. The Thursday keeps bandying around in my cranium, darling dears. It's also represented by Venus as well as Cancer energy. Venus is the ruler of Libra and Taurus, so look out for the Libra, Taurus, as well as Cancer energy. Somebody around these energies is going to be approaching you tomorrow. It could be for a second chance at love, because I told you that energy is being bandied around. But we've also got the Pisces moon as well as Neptune in the mix as well, so pay attention. Hoodwinkers and doppelgangers, darling dears, full-on Judases in Peter suits are going to be on the what? On the balls of their feet, darling dear, to try and take a big cat down. 100 big cats in the chat. Wagwan. Fist bump. Please hit the thumbs up button if you're enjoying this read. What you are seeking is seeking you. What is the past energy? Oh gosh. Listen, it wasn't working for you, darling dear. It was toxic and you had to leave quick, smart and in a hurry. Yeah, and that's the truth roof. Pinkies up. In the past you had to gain clarity of mind. Yes, baby. As well as what? The energy to act quickly and cut certain people, places and things off of a quickness. Toxic situations that are going nowhere. Bottom feeding level, darling dears. You had to leave some people behind in a mud hut. You even left your shoe behind, but you didn't do the Cinderella. You don't want that shoe back. Why? It's got cursations on it, darling dears. The ones in the reverse also speaks about spell words that were spoken against you. Somebody tried to break you with their words, and it's also how they communicated the words, darling dears. In the reverse, Two of Wands is a crowd. They tried to what? Corrupt a crowd against you. But this crowd was what? Hell-bent on misunderstanding you, darling dear. Why? Because all you do is win. If you look back at your life, big cat, in your darkest hour, all of a sudden you got that job, you got that house, you got that new chariot of righteousness, your child was born healthy, so many things on your path in all of this drudgery amongst the toxic tricks. The Wands is fire energy, it's on its face. These are people or a person or a situation where they was basically masculine energy, darling dear, or masquerading as masculine. A Mitch bitch or a bitch Mitch. This is someone that lacked in creativity, and it's a situation that you are no longer seeking, but somebody is I told you, there's a sexual attraction being bandied around at this moment in time. They miss your good, if they ever got it, darling dear. And that's the truth roof. Pinkies up. You had to move away from a situation where you was treated less than, in a situation always holding the short stick as well as the sword. This is a situation where you was lacking in the communication skills, or you didn't want to say certain things. Big cat, you've come to realize a closed mouth never gets fed. Oh hell no, especially when you're dealing with tree sloth with algae in their fur. You was in a situation where there was a lot of what? Bottom feeders. This is not dealing with the world as it truly is. A lot of people going through a disillusionment and creating a lot of disillusionment, as well as what? Mind trickery, darling dear. Cognitive dissonance. It also speaks about what? Whoever you left behind, or whomsoever you left behind, darling dear. They fear the unknown. They fear taking the route that you took. It also speaks about accommodation. Somebody wants them to get a new home. They're not happy where they are. Somebody wants to move out of a situation, darling dear. Maybe they're feeling attracted to what? The balance that you've brought into your life. And they want to be part of what you've got going on. They want to be a part of your gang. Just like what Gary Glitter used to sing. Gary Glitter, good God, I'm speaking about him. He's only just been released from prison. He's a full-on pedo blood. Yeah, let's not mention him again. In matter of fact, erase his name. You don't want to be in his gang. There was a lot of lies told around you, darling. There's a lot of lies told to you. You had a lot of people that felt that they was more knowledgeable than you, darling dears. But their words were what? Tissues. Tissues and lies, darling dear. Smoke and mirrors. No longer wanting to be amongst those that kept you down or made you afraid, kept you stuck in situations when you've got synchronicity on your side, darling dear. You've got to leave the Zemblanic where they are. I just heard, I think of you every day. Somebody thinks about you every day. When I first started doing my readings and stuff, darling dears, I had to learn the meaning of the cards. Then I had to break it down into my own meanings. Then I put it all, I wrote everything down, right? And I assumed that it was just the things that you read on the card. But when you're doing the readings, things pop into your head, right? And before I used to avoid it because I used to think, oh, it doesn't make sense. But as these things pop into my head, I'm just going to start telling you them, because I told you, when you come here, you get the usher. And I'm going to give as many messages as I can in the short space of time we have, because we've got to get busy. We've got to keep socking it to him, darling dears. You had to hold the sword of truth, and this is holding that light of truth onto yourself, realizing that you was what? You was toxic in situations that you found yourself in as well. Again, the Hangman, a hospital check, or somebody going to prison, somebody that needs to be in prison, or it could be the releasation of from prison. If it's someone coming from prison, you can't help them, blood. They've got all of them issues. Leave them where they are. Did you put them in prison? All right. Their actions put them where they are. And just turn off the fan. The actions you took to leave these past situations. One card, please. What actions did the big cat take to leave this treacherous, bottom-feeding situation with the skullduggeress? What actions did the big cat? Listen. You had to leave the situation. Why? Secrets were revealed to you, darling dear. Your intuition and your discernment. The energy you felt around these people, places, or things, they were never your friend. In the background, we've got a what? A waxing gibbonous moon. You had to what? Observe and realize that these people did not align with what? Your instinct values, darling dears. They weren't telling you the truth. They were too busy talking about you behind your back. A secret was revealed. This is why you left a situation. Or somebody tried to keep you stuck by not revealing the truth of a situation to you, darling dear. Because they were still attracted to your energy. As long as you was on the bottom bunk, darling dear, watching them bend over and bust it wide, they was happy for you to stay in that situation. They're a hater. Good God. It's going to have me shadow boxing in a minute. You had to listen to your intuition to leave that situation. High Priestess in the reverse is also what? The Mistress card. For some people, you realize that you was in a throuple. You was in a throuple that you didn't ask for. They expected you to still be dumb as a crumb. And it also speaks about somebody's with a mistress, or what? There's someone who got them by default, right? But they would truly like to be with you. They're still attracted to you. They like the way that you harmonized and balanced out the situation. Whomsoever they're with, darling dear, they know for a fact that their person still wants to be with you. Those going into new friendships, all they do is talk about you, what you brought to the table, darling dears. We've got 2 2s on the tableau. When you see 2 2s, it's about a parting of the ways. So somebody's upset over you leaving a situation. The actions you took was to listen to your discernment and minus yourself from a situation, darling dear. It wasn't easy because them soul ties, oh guy, woo. Don't worry, we're going to clarify in a minute. What is the challenge for the big cat moving forward? Under all of that, no, none, darling dear. Not getting your heart broken again, Knight of Swords. This is moving forwards quickly, but the Knight of Swords moves forward with what? Knowledge. Why? Because knowledge is power, and power is power, and power is knowledge. Yeah, love it. I don't hate it. Knight of Swords, air energy again. Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. This is about healing, darling dear. Moving on quickly, but it's also about you not being too hasty in a situation, taking the time to what? Look over all of the information that you've got coming towards you, assessing the information before you rush into situations that are not for you. It's also a reminder, next to the High Priestess in reverse, people from the past coming towards you, darling dears. Listen, you'll never get the truth out of that situation. They're only coming back because of what you've achieved. They're stuck on you. I told you, your haters are your biggest fans, your number one fan, to be for a matter of fact. This is also definitely the ending of a contract. Somebody's leaving a job situation. It's going to be unexpected for you, darling dear, but a better opportunity is about to be offered to you. We've now got 3 2s on the tableau, including the High Priestess. The High Priestess is about the mystic. Somebody... This is also a beware, darling dears. You have a suitor coming towards you, whether it's a friend or romantical, but this person is going to be lying to you from the outset. They're not going to tell you the truth of a situation. This is when you're going to be called to use your discernment before rushing into a situation. I told you, don't get your genitalia involved until you've got your cranium right. You've paid attention, you've done the boosie badass. I told you, eyes on everyone, and you've done your research. You have things to lose, darling dear. Spiritual weight, and your words carrying spiritual weight and being covered by the Most High is a very, 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 very terrible thing to lose. You lose that and listen, you're on your own, mate. But someone's coming towards you very quickly, darling dears. We already said Thursday. Could be tomorrow, could be next week, because you know, time in tarot, it could mean the next day, the next hour, it could be a year from now, but you have someone coming towards you, darling dears, who you mustn't trust no matter what. And be very frugal with your information. Stop telling people your business. Not everybody needs to know what's going on with you and what balances you out mentally, physically, and emotionally. Listen to your intuition more, darling dears. Pay attention to yourself, the ideas that come to your mind, things that pop into your mind. You have to remember, when our ancestral team, our angels, way showers, and spiritual guides want to speak to us, darling dears, you'll just have a random idea, thought just pop into your mind, and you're like, am I crazy? Is this really coming? They have to have a way to communicate with you, but you have to pay attention. You have to. How are you seen by the haters? Gone, darling dear. Back, your shapely back turned, emotionally fulfilled, right? Because it was hard for you to leave that situation, for you to realize that you are badassery at its finest, that you've got those badass alchemist ways. It was far hard for you to realize that you can turn your what? Your mildew into barbecue. This is emotional turmoil. It was difficult for you to leave a situation. Why? Some of you was born into this toxicity. You was never meant to be part of the crowd, darling dear. You was meant to light that bitch up and show a different way, a new trail. They see you as gone, darling dear. They also see you as what? Law number 8, you're making things come to you, but it also speaks about what? Law number 10, the unlucky and the unhappy. You have to avoid them, darling dears. You'll feel the energies as they come towards you. People that want to make fast friends with you and you just met them. People that rush to come and visit you at your house. They'll be lucky, mate. Be very careful of who's trying to rush you through all the stages of getting to know you, friendships, as well as what? The information they tell you. Lean on your own understanding. Why? Because some people will tell you straight up lies. And those secrets will only be revealed to you once you're already all the way in. The cups is about your emotional energy. Once you're emotionally invested in a situation, it makes it that much harder for you to turn your shapely back and keep it pushing. You have to remember, Big Cat, you've been gifted with the 6 G's. You've got God, growth, goals, gifts, greatness, and gratitude. Every breath you take is a gift from the Most High. Be grateful for where you are, for the lessons that you've understood, situations that you may have had to escape on the balls of your feet, darling dear. How's your money looking? We might as well ask about it, because I ain't seen one pentakelly on the tablet, darling dear. How's the money looking? Is it funny? You got the Wheel of Fortune, right? And the Empress. Listen, you're abundant, lovely, fabulous, gorgeous, and lovely to be, as a matter of fact. And it also speaks about what? Somebody getting a new car, a new home. It also speaks about travel. I told you, somebody's going to be making an impromptu trip or a journey tomorrow. But it's going to be one that is going to be what? Of a great, how can I put it? Something to your benefit. We already saw the benefits. Your money's looking good. Wheel of Fortune, this is winning on a gamble and inheritance, because you have what? Millionaire making ideas. And it's also about you what? Acting on the ideas that come to you, the downloads, the ideas. Pay attention. The Wheel of Fortune is also about doing things different. It's on a 10. The 10 is about transformation, having ended a cycle, realizing that you are the Empress or Emperor. You know, gender is fluid. And it also speaks about what? Somebody's going to find out that they're pregnant. This is a long-awaited pregnancy, or they didn't think that they could get pregnant. Well, guess what? You'll be doing the late night Watusi with that baby. Trust and believe. Somebody's about to be told about a child. Somebody's also getting pregnant in a situation that they don't want. Them or their partner is getting pregnant in a situation where they don't want to be. Good God. A baby can't fix a situation, darling dear. You'll be a single parent before you can say, what's going on? Where is your daddy or your mummy? There's nothing wrong with being a single parent, darling dears. But you have to remember that you have to respect your progeny in the house. You can't have all and sundry trooping through your house. But this also speaks about gambling or winning an inheritance, something specific. I see someone, an older person, is leaving an inheritance to you, or they wanted to leave that inheritance to you, darling dears. But there's a lot of confusion around it. Someone told lies and they rushed in and cleared it all up. This is someone getting away with money. Somebody, I'm hearing elderly abuse. Abusing an older person in a situation to gain the Wheel of Fortune. But this person is a person, or people are a page. Yeah, what they wanted to win, darling dear, is going to be their downfall. Your Pentacles is looking all right at the moment in time. Look at this. Whoever's tried to steal from a situation, they're going to see a lack of progress, darling dear, because there's karma on that money. Elderly abuse. This is somebody breaking up a family foundation. 4 of Wands on its face. That goes to 5 of Wands. A situation that I can't see you have made any special. You've inquired about it, but you haven't actually pushed to get back into the situation. This is an older person. I'm hearing I keep hearing elderly abuse. An elderly person is being abused in a situation. Base of the deck, 8 of Pentacles. Put that on the 8 of Cups. Clarify this 8 of Pentacles and the 8 of Cups, please. But this is working towards new things, darling dears. Divine doesn't want you to focus on what was. Divine wants you to focus on what is and what will be. Moving away is giving you some kind of reward for your efforts, and you're about to get emotional fulfillment, base of the deck. But it's about you releasing control of a situation. What's this situation? What is it that the big cat needs to put down at this moment in time? I'm running out of tableau, darling dears. What is it that the big cat needs to put down at this moment in time? Can you believe this shit's naive? Listen. All of these cards was in the upright, but these were turned over. Hangman, the new perspective, right? Letting go of opportunities in the past. Somebody's feeling extremely disappointed because they can't emotionally manipulate you anymore, and all they do is think about, you've already said this, your fans, darling dears. They're seeing you in a different light. They're seeing their whole situation from a different perspective. I'm also inclined to say somebody that tried to misappropriate an older person's funds, darling dears. Not all money is good money, and the money's got a cursation on it. Whatever they're wanting to win, darling dear, it's all coming out in the wash. What was done in the dark is being put to the light. So many messages today. I want to clarify this 2 of Wands in the reverse. Clarify the 2 of Wands in reverse, please. The cards are not liking me, and I don't like when it does this. This goes to 6 of Wands, darling dears. In the upright, I might add. This is about you continuing to have progress in your life and confidence, because you came out of a situation where there was a lot of fighting, a lot of gossiping. You've also got the 10 of Pentacles, from rags to riches, because of the choices you made. Whomsoever you cut off or cut out of your life, darling dear, leave them where they are. They wanted you to be on the rocks of life, but you've gone from 5 of Pentacles to the 10. Generational wealth. But it's also, again, moon energy. Listen to your intuition and your discernment. Clarify the High Priestess. Yeah. Somebody feels like Folio. Someone who's creating negative cycles in their life. Major Arcana. The rinse and repeat of it all. Yeah. This person betrayed you, darling dears, and they are in turn being betrayed. They would like to take the knife out of their back. But unfortunately for them, darling dear, whatever they did, they're stuck in it. They can't move on from a situation. Possibly because the knowledge of you, the fact that you managed to cut them off, see things from a different perspective, gain emotional happiness, darling dear. You've got a genie in the bottle. Divine doesn't want you to get caught up with ruminating thoughts. 7 of Swords. You have to remember, you've got to look at your thoughts in the third person. When a thought comes into your mind, not every thought do we act on. Pay attention to your thoughts, darling dears, because they can lead you into what fucking needs, blood barking at passing cars. Clarify this 6 of Swords. I mean, 6 of Swords on its face. Emotional fulfillment. Somebody doesn't want you to be emotionally happy, darling dears. They're not happy about what you've built for yourself. Clarity of mind. You already know whom this person or people are. King of Swords, this person's a narcissist. They would love to come back into your situation, whether male or female, because you know gender is fluid. But it's still hearing the elderly abuse out here. Whatever weapon they form, darling dear, and what they try to take from a situation, 6 of Wands on its face. It's not going to work. Queen of Swords. Pay attention to your thoughts. You have the experience of the wisdom of your experiences, and it also speaks about any issue arising. You'll be able to solve it with the least amount of effort. Be inclined to move this out of the way. Base of the deck, Knight of Swords in the reverse. You've got incoming, darling dear. 6 of Pentacles is about balancing a situation. It also speaks about equal give and take. This is also a love reading for some, darling dear. Moon energy, again, investigate the situation. It also speaks about betrayal as well as a hater. I told you, this is a bad friend. Be careful of whom you allow in, darling dear, and whom you tell your information to. Queen of Swords, you're creating a lot of bitterness and jealousy as you continue to live your life. Somebody is very upset that they can't emotionally get towards you again because they see you as the balancing factor in their life. Maybe because you listen to their fucking needs, darling dear, but you're not listening anymore. Easter Island and Stevie Wonder. Yeah, and that's the true proof. Ace of Swords. It's your spiritual strength, darling dear. And it's also about not being tempted off your flip. The cards ain't ramping today, blood. What's this? The Karma card. Yeah, judgment on its face. It speaks about somebody's believing that someone, they don't want to believe that you're going through some kind of spiritual journey. They don't want to believe that it's divine that's been pouring into you. They don't want to believe that you was earmarked to be different. Moon energy could be a high priestess. You could be tarot readers, darling dears. But again, it's about your intuition and discernment, paying attention to it. Use your wisdom, darling dears. This is about you making some new investments. Some of you are investing. It could be blockchain, it could be Bitcoin, whatever it is, darling dear. You're about to get a return on your investment, but it's about you keeping quiet. I know it's wonderful to share the good news, but not everybody's there to pour into you, darling dears. There's some that are going to be seeking your company or your knowledge, your information, how you built your foundation to take from a situation. This is a betrayal card. But you have Dharma on your side for the hard effort and work you've put in, darling dears. Divine is about to give you clarity and a new beginning. Base of the deck. Look, victory. This is also my engagement card. Somebody will be getting engaged, and it also speaks about being engaging. What's this? Yeah, single and independent, Earth Angel you be. I told you you're a divine child. It speaks about the steady progress that you're going to be making. Nine of Pentacles is also a reminder for you to stay away from the drama field and the drama.com. Your self-discipline, darling dear, is about to give you a newer level of independence and security. Some of you are single by choice, but it's not even that. You are being protected, darling dears. You had to learn to win on your own. Get some final messages and then I'm out of here to get great, darling dear. And what are we going to use? Kipper? This is not the time for you to be doubting yourself, darling dears. This is the time for you to be bold. No, a false person coming towards you. They're coming from a pocketed status. You've got to keep your expectations high, darling dear, as well as your standards, right? You've also got someone watching you. Someone that you was in union with. It could have been a friendship, could have been a marriage. But God cleared them from your life, darling dear. Whenever you think that they've just left, they was taken out of your life. Split the deck. This is my God card in Kipper as well. Divine is about to gift you with a new level of knowledge as well as what? Travel. Many of you will be traveling more than you ever have in your life during 2023 as the year comes to the close. Keep your expectations high, but somebody's watching you. Every time they look at your shiznai, their heart goes boom, diddy, boom, diddy, boom. Didn't expect you to be skilled, eh? Yeah. Mature female, base of the deck. What did I say? All they can do is think about you, Tower moment. The sudden change. They see it as a sudden change, but it wasn't a sudden change. You was always that bee. A new beginning. Somebody wants to come towards you, but this is past energy, darling dears. They're coming to lie. And listen, this is the what? A full-on what? Revelations 2:20, a Jezebel spirit. Pay attention, darling dears. Base of the deck. It's because you're no longer what? Stuck in a situation. You brought the change in your life, right? Your hard work and efforts is about to pay off. Love it. Split the deck. Because who God bless, no man can curse. On that note, I'm going to answer one question. Who's got one question they want answered right now? Let me get a fresh deck and then I'm out of here. Who has one question and then I'm going to end this read? Right, Cheryl G wants to know if a Capricorn on Capricorn relationship will work. Don't know what the relationship's about, Cheryl G, but we're going to answer your question. Will this Capricorn on a Capricorn relationship work? 5 of Cups. Well, I don't know. There's been a lot of emotional or unemotional people in this situation. It also speaks about sadness and loss. It could be like emotional turmoil, wanting a situation to work out. We've also, oh no, it's not going to work, darling dear. Destabilized foundation, it's not going to work. No, it's not. Listen, base of the deck. You want it to be a team. You want them to work together. You want them to understand and recognize the skills and what you bring to the table, right? But the Emperor, this person is not an emperor in your life, or you held them in high esteem. It's time for you to leave them alone, darling dear. This is an old dick dealing, mattress bucking, somewhere in and out person. Leave them where they are. No, babe. If you want to be crying into your fist, you go and get involved in that situation. This is 7 of Wands on its face, blood. They would love for you to be vulnerable. Anathema. Leave it alone. Leave it alone, Cheryl. But like I said, we've all got free choice. On that note, I drops me mic. Todd love to my Teesprings, Todd love to my Patreon, or simply come back here. And as I always say, don't get smoked. And don't smoke yourself. From the ashes, baby. Namaste. Big cat wave. Until we meet again on these tarot streets. Cat, cat. Cat, cat. Let's wait for the beeline.